Fishing Cozumel, Mexico for sailfish.
Most of these fish were caught on 20-pound test line, and they weighed from a minimum of about 40 pounds up to a maximum of about 80 pounds. Though I did hook a much larger fish at one point in time. I played a fish for an hour and 20 minutes that they estimated weighed over 100 pounds. If the fish, in fact, did weigh 100 pounds, over 100 pounds, the world record Atlantic sail at the time was 127 pounds. Here's the fish this is a sailfish that was attacked by sharks while Les was playing it. About a 40-pound sail, and you can see that they chopped it right off behind the gills. It makes you think about what a shark could do if it decided to hit a diver, I guess. At the time I was in Cozumel, this time, I had never dived in the ocean. I had never dived anywhere. I hadn't learned to dive yet. Now I'm a very avid diver, and I've seen many sharks while I was diving, and never had any real problems with them. I've seen them in the Bahamas, I've seen them in the Florida Keys, and I've seen them in the Sea of Cortez. I've seen them diving at 100 feet, and I've also seen them while I was snorkeling in the Bahamas. Most of the ones I saw in the Bahamas were nurse sharks. The sharks that took that sailfish, the captain said he believed that they were lemon sharks. Most of the other sharks that I've seen have been hammerheads at the Sea of Cortez at the El Bajo Seamount, which was on this film earlier. This film now, we're fishing Salinas, Ecuador. This film was taken in 1982, in January of 1982. Salinas, Ecuador is off the west coast of South America, in actually fishing the Pacific for marlin. These are all striped marlin that you will see landed on the trip, up to the largest one that I landed. Weighed 225 pounds, and I believe this is the fish right here that you're seeing boated right now. I've fished for and caught 15 marlin so far in my life. This particular film is out of sequence a little bit. This is actually being filmed right now at Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We played this fish for an hour. I played this fish for an hour and 40 minutes on 25-pound test line and didn't get him. He broke the line at the boat. I might have played him for another hour if I didn't break the line. The owner, this fish, I think that was just on. He's gonna dig. He's gonna make a run, I think, right here. That's spectacular. This fish is getting ready to make a big run on the surface. Watch him go. This is why marlin fishing's got to be the best that you can do. He's running just about right straight away from the boat.
Look at that. I'd be tired after that.
Well, he was just starting. That run there was real early in the fight. And then we, like I say, we had him out for an hour and 40 minutes before we lost him. This, I believe, I'm sure that this is the big dolphin. I was as happy about catching this fish. I had caught dolphin before this trip, but I was as happy about catching this fish as I was about the marlin that I was catching. It was just incredible to see this big bull dolphin. I'd consider this as much a fish of the trip as the biggest of the marlin that I caught. I was just super impressed by him. Oh, here's where the dolphin had broken the rod in half. And he's holding the top half of the rod, and I'm reeling it in. And we did manage to land the fish. I'm very sorry that I've forgotten the name of this mate, as he also did an excellent job for us. As a matter of fact, he's the one that took most of the movies for me.
Oh, not again. Should be a movie star with all the movies I'm in.
You know, you guys didn't take 3 feet of me last week, don't you?
Huh?
You guys didn't take 3 feet of me fishing last week.
Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah. I was working the camera. I didn't know what I was
Like this?
Right where I got it.
I put my thumb in there?
Yeah, get it.
Thumb inside.
Oh, he has little teeth.
Watch that.
Hang on, look here.
Look at this.
Oh, he looks...
Let me get in there. Somebody got to be up in the fly, guys.
This is Jerry Efalt, 300-pound plus blue shark.
That was a contender, Jack.
Oh, yeah? A little late, but we got him.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Good job.
There, now he's starting to show real good in it.
Yeah. Looks like a blue.
Do it. You can do it.
Finish
Just
it
a
up.
little bit long. It's worth it. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it looks like a blue. That thing.
See what happens.
Oh my God. You're unbelievable. Where's the rest of the pole?
About 150 yards that way.
Oh, that way.
I can see with
Thumb
these.
records.
How can you? Oh, you can't see with the.
You see him now?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where you hold here. Where is it? Oh.
So, Joe.
Yep.
I'm after Mark.
Way to go.
I like a challenge.
Go, Jack.
Here, let me get you a
Go,
toothpick
Jack.
and some dental floss.
That's it. Slip him the bird.
Oh.
Jack, now you have to jump in after him with that reel and
Yeah.
spear him in the back.
Put a knife right
I
over
don't know
there,
who
Joe.
the bird he is here.
We are. Jack's still struggling with his toothpick. What an angler. What an angler.
One of our many blue shark fishing trips off to Montauk, New York.
Fighting like that.
That's a good one to put while you're on this show. There you go. Coming up, Dave. Get ready. Not yet. We're stable about three.
That's for me. That song's for me. This fish is going to kill me. I'm going to die happy, Morgan. You know that.
You're going to have some fun. You're fucked. No, and the further in I get, the shittier it is. It's blow longer than this. Hey, boy, you can see that sky coming right at you, huh? Yes, sir? See what happens.
This is fishing 30-pound test spinning tackle for yellowfin tuna off Montauk, New York.
No, you got him? Okay.
There's one of the nice fish that we took. Went to Florida. That one may be 7. That one looks pretty husky, that one. Yep, we just caught them and put them back. There was also some fishing being done, you can tell. Before I made this trip, I doubt if I had ever caught a 5-pound bass. And so this was pretty interesting and exciting. You can see the size of some of these fish. Obviously, big, heavy-bodied bass. This is my first ocean dive right here. This is the Captain Don's Habitat Bon Air, the Dutch Antilles Islands. It's a shore dive. Just going to get in the water here and swim around. That's me going in, doing the entry. There's a hammerhead shark swimming by. It's not the best photograph we have of them. These sharks weigh between 200 and 400 pounds. They're known as bonnet hammerheads. At times here at the Sea of Cortez, you can see schools of hundreds of them. The most I saw on any one particular dive was 12. That was in a 29-minute bottom time dive at the El Bajo Seamount. Here he comes in. Very common, very unaggressive. Our divers have dived with hundreds of these in the water and have had no problems with them. They look at you, they come over, they'll swim within about 20 or 25 feet of you and just continue to swim. And this is one of the great experiences. Here's a big bull sea lion. Swimming around. You see the air release. This is on a different day, and this is one of the more enjoyable experiences that I've ever had diving. To actually see these sea lions swimming around you, and very common for them to come swimming right up to you and then just veer away at the last moment. Very curious. I'd call them friendly. It's very difficult to make contact with them. I'm not sure you should. They certainly have the potential to bite. I don't know if they would or not. They have had divers actually grab hold of them and try to hold on to them, get towed through the water by them. I didn't try that. They do have a pretty impressive set of canines on them. And we did see bulls fighting and actually making contact with each other. At this Islotes Island, there had never been an attack by a sea lion that has drawn blood on a diver. There you can get a pretty good idea of the coloring of them with the black V and the swimming action of these tremendously beautiful, harmless. The only way they can hurt you is if they hit you, and the only way they'll hit you is by accident. They know where they are, and there is no aggression in these animals at all. Probably the most beautiful animal in the ocean. One of the most beautiful animals in the ocean. To watch, I'm sure they are. Here's a manta. Here's an almost black manta with a white remora on its riding on it. I believe this is the manta ray that everybody was riding behind the boat. April 26th to May the 12th. Right now we're at the Pinnacle Rock in the Galapagos Islands. We flew into Baltra Airport. Galapagos Islands is on the equator in Ecuador, the Pacific Ocean. 600 miles off the coast of Ecuador. This is the crew: scientist Mike Sims on the left, Hank Castellani's left, Marty Snyderman in the background, J.W. Here we're going to make a little hiking trip up Fernandina Island. There's the Mystique in the bay. This cove, sailors have stopped here for years, lying off the shore of the island, of the small islands. We've spent 12 days actually living on Mystique, and we hit all but one or two of the major islands in the Galapagos group. You can see how the shorebirds roost on the rocks around. You see penguins there, you see blue-footed boobies. You will also see cormorants and pelicans. I'm sure there may be red-footed boobies also mixed in with that group of birds. Watching the dolphins, which you see photographed here, riding the bow wave of the boat as we're underway, as Mystique is underway. Mystique's cruising speed is about 12 knots. And you can see that the dolphins have no problem at all staying with the boat and just almost effortlessly ride let the bow wave push them through the water. Here you can see myself, the author of this film, petting a sea turtle. The land tortoise of the Galapagos. This is a large bull sea lion. You can see how much bigger he is actually than the smaller sea lions around him. Here's the author trying to get in on the act. I'm not quite having a lot more experience with animals. I'm not quite as afraid of them. These pictures were these movies were also taken on Genovese Island, where we were weighing and measuring sea lion pups. You can see here how calm and tame the birds of the Galapagos Island are, at least in some instances. Here I'm allowing the blue-footed boobies to bite my fingers. Oh, he's going to fall. I'm going to help him back on the rail. Here you have a large frigate bird in a classic frigate bird display, male, trying to attract a mate to its nest, and at the peak of breeding activity. His peak of breeding activity. These are bacalao. They look almost exactly like a smallmouth bass, groupers. The largest of them weighed 9 pounds. I think there's 5 fish there that we caught in one afternoon. I'm holding the only one that I caught myself. Art caught the other 4. Constantly as they were lying right next to me on the rocks. Here now they're underwater. Here you see Michael Bennett getting ready to, hooking up and getting ready to make a dive. Marchena Island, and we were had some engine problems and they had to tow us back. That was Skip Broden diving at Cousins Rock, which was for us the best dive site of the trip, generally. Here you can see on almost any dive you could see these huge schools of Creole fish. And in my limited diving experience, wherever you see large numbers of Creole fish in the Pacific, you can almost bet that hammerhead sharks are not very far away. Here at Cousins Rock, some of our divers saw 50, 60 hammerhead sharks within 50 or 100 yards of where I'm filming these Creole fish.
These are some of the still photographs I took on the Galapagos Island trip.